Boruto is the son, and that's not up for discussion. This essentially became the foundation of the new chapter, the incredible power of the main character, or the insignificance of Mitsuki's mode. Let's discuss what happened in chapter 87 of Boruto. Enjoy watching. The long-awaited battle between Mitsuki and Boruto. We have been waiting for their clash in the anime, and now it has finally happened. Mitsuki decided to avenge all of Boruto's wrongdoings and end him, but the main hero has become much stronger. He used shurikens to clear a path for maneuvers and then started dodging all of his friends' attacks. After that, using Minato's teleportation technique, he moved to one of the shurikens on a tree. This demonstrated that he fights like Minato, using shurikens instead of kunais. This maneuver impresses Mitsuki, and Boruto wonders where Kawaki has disappeared to. Thanks to Shikamaru, he learns that Kawaki is incapacitated due to Mitsuki's poison. Then, Orochimaru's son mentions that Boruto's power is immense, and Mitsuki currently can't measure up to him. That's why he wants to deal with Boruto himself, so his son doesn't suffer. Our heroic protagonist responds that if Kawaki can't match his strength, then Mitsuki attempting anything is pointless. It seems a bit strange to me, since the hermit mode should be a strong ability against Boruto, but still, Uzumaki has become much stronger. Mitsuki then says a strange phrase, suggesting that without Kawaki, he can fight at full strength, without hesitation. Boruto is surprised by this statement, after which we see numerous snakes transforming into clones. Perhaps this technique was bothering Mitsuki because he thought the shadow clones would remind Kawaki of the seventh's death. Boruto is also surprised by the clones. He then says that a large number of clones doesn't provide an advantage. This might hint that Boruto's fighting style will be based on something else. After all, these clones essentially reference the seventh style. Then, the main hero states that he doesn't have time to prolong everything, and, covering his katana with lightning, deals with all the clones simultaneously. Mitsuki wants to eliminate him with lightning, but Boruto neutralizes it with his own lightning attack, then instantly teleports to him, holding the katana near his neck, showing that he can easily defeat Mitsuki. All the while, implying to his friend that he should have long realized that Kawaki is not who he claims to be. He intentionally lowers his weapon, showing that he is not an enemy to Mitsuki and the village, saying that he is Mitsuki's son, the one and only. This infuriates his friend. Mitsuki starts using a snake, but begins to doubt and believes that something is wrong with Kawaki. Boruto explains to his friend until the end that he should have long understood that Kawaki's behavior is different from the sun that once illuminated Mitsuki. Many did not like this battle. Some wanted Boruto to fight harder, demonstrate more strength. But the essence of this clash lies elsewhere. In the previous chapter, Boruto said it would hurt, hinting at Mitsuki's suffering. Many considered it a physical threat, forgetting about Boruto's character. He would never harm people he loves. Mitsuki is his close friend, with whom he has gone through many missions. He is family to him. No matter how strong Boruto is, he will not use his abilities to harm his family, regardless of how they feel about him. Boruto doesn't even want to cause significant harm to Kawaki. He wants to fight and reconcile with him. He has no conflict with Mitsuki. So, the essence of this battle is solely this: Boruto showed his opponent that he doesn't want to fight him. At the same time, he demonstrated that he is much stronger and could easily defeat him. He didn't physically harm him, but emotionally. Mitsuki suffered because everything he knew about his son for the past 3 years turned out to be a lie. Moreover, he challenged Boruto, the one who has always been his friend. This is the pain we were told about in the previous chapter. That's why the battle is exactly as it should be. Also, Boruto finally tells Shikamaru that Naruto is alive, as well as Hinata, and this is the first mention of her. I thought everyone had already forgotten about her. Also, I like the words of the main character dedicated to Mitsuki. At that moment, he put an end to the question of who is his son when he said that he believes in Mitsuki and that he can shine on his own if he wants to. But if he still needs the son, Mitsuki can visit Boruto at any time. This is how the younger Uzumaki behaved in Mitsuki's memories. Also, this hints at the possibility that Mitsuki may join Boruto's journey. Well, finally, our sleeping beauty wakes up, and we are shown Ida with Damon. We learn a little about omnipotence, namely that the concept of how it works is not retained in human memory, and that's the essence of this technique. You can't believe in it, but you can believe that something is wrong. And for these 3 years, Sumire and Sarada explained to Shikamaru what really happened. They talked about omnipotence, how it works, but he kept forgetting about it. Boruto actually doesn't care whether they can return everything back or not. He only wants one thing: to convince Kawaki to free Naruto, and Kawaki has to do it of his own free will, because if it's done by force, Kawaki will just repeat everything. So, the main hero wants to fight his brother and then reconcile. Boruto has no conflict with him, just brotherly misunderstanding, and he doesn't care about anything else, whether they consider him an enemy, pursue him, or believe that he is the son of the Hokage. Also, we are shown Juro, the evolved 10 tails, trying to find answers to his questions in books. However, on the contrary, he gets even more questions. The more he learns, the less he understands. So, he even considers whether to visit Naruto Uzumaki. And that's where the chapter ends. And now I already have a question. Where does he want to visit Naruto? Come to Konoha, or can he enter Kawaki's dimension? I like the chapter. Unfortunately, we didn't learn much about the evolved 10 tails, but we were shown Boruto's character. Namely, that he hasn't changed and has become only tougher. I'm interested in your opinion on Juro's words, where he wants to go, to Konoha, or to Kawaki's dimension. What do you think of the Mitsuki vs Boruto battle? I'll be waiting for your opinions in the comments. Good luck to everyone.